Oh my God, we are live. I thought that we're not very much alive, but I
No,
am.
you are, I am, here we are together.
Yes, we are.
So,
Good, good. Are you? Is there anybody out there?
yeah, it's always hard to tell on StreamYard who, who's out there. But yeah, if you're out there, um, feel free to put your comments or questions in the chat. We kind of treat this like a radio call-in show, except there's no radio and we're
There's no
live.
callers.
There's no phone to pick up.
Ah,
So your comments in the your comments in the chat are
and we are not taking calls from AI. So
no, no, we're not. Uh, yeah, so this is season 2, episode 4 of How to Thrive as a Human in an AI World. I am Stephanie Barnes, and this is,
Timo Routarinne from Finland.
and I'm in Canada. And yeah, and so here we're
And
going to.
soon we are not able to use AI anymore because we are not US citizens.
Well, I read they've stopped it even for US citizens, that they've just
That
for
are for, yeah, that their origins are, you
yeah,
know,
just to
they're
be
like
safe.
second generation immigrants.
Yeah, but no, they've taken the you're referring to the thing with Claude, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they've taken that whole model, the most recent model, offline. So
Yeah, and that's
nobody can use it.
salute. Raising my hat to Anthropic because they refuse to only restrict the use for non-US citizens or different nationalities, and they decided that it's more equal to actually shut it down completely.
Well, and safer for them, because it's hard to tell, because you could have somebody that's inside the US using it, but they're still not a US national, right? So
Or they are not loyal.
yeah. So yeah,
To
take the whole. It's
whatever.
safer for them, to less risk for them to just take the
Yeah,
whole thing
yeah.
offline. So yeah,
And
yeah,
that's actually we were decided, we had decided that we are continuing from where we left to the book, nurturing our humanity and partnership and competition, like competitive interaction versus constructive or cooperative interaction. And well, we are sitting on it right now. I mean, it's geopolitical and it's competitive, and who's using AI, who's not, and to what ends, and is it based on trust or fear? It's quite evident.
yeah, yeah. There's a lot of fear certainly around, but
Yeah.
yeah, we were talking about the whole competition cooperation thing before when we were prepping for this, just before we went live, and the impact that it has. And we were both saying how, as we have matured, we've become more interested in collaboration rather than competition. Um, and certainly I have found that both personally and professionally, and that it's so much nicer to collaborate and work together, um, towards a common goal, than to be competing with people. And I think often about how competitive I was with my twin sister, um, and how toxic that was in our relationship. Um,
Hmm.
and I didn't really realize that until after she died, um, just how that had impacted us, and it certainly had a big impact on me in how I deal with things now. And I think maybe that's part of, certainly has influenced my use of AI. And I look at people doing, using AI for everything. And I feel like, and this could be certainly me projecting, I'm certainly open to that idea, but uh, um, this use of AI for absolutely everything is competing with yourself, with others, um, and not recognizing the impact that that potentially has. The bigger picture stuff that we were talking about last week too, about the data impact of data centers and the noise and the all the energy and the water problems with that and things. And I don't think we think about those bigger things. I don't think when we're competing with someone, um, in a team sense, whether it's the sales team or the marketing team or whatever, whoever it is in an organizational setting or in our personal lives, I don't know that we recognize always the impact that has on trust, on relationship, and and how damaging that is.
Yeah, and also we don't even always realize or kind of notice that we are competing, because
Yeah.
that's so we have been born to individual and competitive cultures,
Yep.
and getting so used to it that sometimes it's I'm saying that, in lots of my trainings, I'm asking, not asking people, but processing with people, for example, words, both and, or either or. If you think of different ideas from different people, how, for example, if you have an idea and I have an idea, and when we drink coffee or tea and eat something and have fun and discuss the ideas, and then we end up in total unison, we end up deciding that your idea is so much more fun, and it's easier, it's cheaper, and it's effective. Let's do that. And then we are both happy about
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And people mistake this as cooperation usually, this example, but it's pure competition. It's even, I was the happy loser and you were the happy winner. We were both happy, but still we made value judgments, actually four of them, why your idea won. It was cheaper, funnier, easier, and
Right.
more effective. So that's competition. We were just having fun with it,
Yeah.
because we both had ideas, and your idea was chosen, mine was erased for now.
For now.
But if you think of either or, we both have ideas. We are not like choosing, either or, but it's like both and. Let's do something from, based on these both ideas.
Yeah.
So if you said something interesting in the beginning and I would add something with what I finished, and then we just put them together, we had something else. We have synergy.
Yes.
We have created something that either of us would not have been able to create.
Yeah. Yeah.
And to me, that is the non-competitive version. That's the real, genuine cooperation.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that, yeah, I would say that's a higher level of cooperation
Yeah,
and
I
creation.
do. I do agree with that, and and that's what, in my mind, that's what we should be aiming at.
Yeah.
If we want to, reach out for ensembles that work, really together, and share the, the passion or intrinsic motivation, and are in a group flow and stuff like that. That is the higher
Yeah.
frequency stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's totally possible. I mean, improvisation principles or meta skills, they guide people to actually reach that state quite easily.
Nice.
And I think in this time, of AI. The AI could be prompting us, like COVID did, prompt us to go online. AI could, in idealistic sense, prompt us to go towards more towards each other's and a higher level cooperation.
Yeah, yeah. I think it could. I think there's two camps. There's a oh, how do I want to say this? There's a way of using AI that's hierarchical and command and control. And I think there's a way of using AI that's collaborative, that's enhancing our knowledge, that's enhancing our ability to problem solve and create new things and be innovative. Um, and I think that that's I think those are kind of the two camps that I see. In one way, encouraging collaboration, in another way encouraging more silos and more independence and less collaboration and more command and control and more, yeah, negative kind of behaviors, or what I'm going to say are negative. I'm sure there are people that think that command and control is fabulous.
We see those people in the news usually.
Yeah, we do.
They are where they want to be.
Yeah.
And the rest of us are where we want to be, and there's a dissonance.
Yeah. There's a
Well, AI, I mean, most AI tools are designed for individual competition, like how to outshine others, how to perform better than other individuals.
Yeah.
And it would be interesting to see what would the AI mediated work look like if AI was used to enhance cooperation between humans.
Yeah.
Or between human AI units.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's possible. I mean, I've been using, the most simplistic version is that I received a email I wanted to respond spicily to.
Yeah.
And then I asked Claude that, could you rewrite this in a cooperative and friendly manner? And it did. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so thankful. I couldn't have done that immediately without letting some steam out and going to therapy and then doing some,
Yeah.
Taking some medication. But Claude did it for me.
Yeah.
My intention was that I wish I could be more friendly, but I couldn't in that moment.
Yeah. But you had the awareness that you needed to be.
Yeah.
Take a.
Too many times people are like that they are regretting their grumpiness, that they are regretting that, why did I do that? Why did I say that?
Sure, because they didn't have the emotional regulation, the ability to regulate their emotions and say, no, I'm going to take a breath.
Go for a walk. For emotional regulation.
Okay, I'm not sure how I feel about that.
I mean, formulating it's not that Claude didn't actually manipulate my emotions, but it helped me to communicate more empathetically, or having some recipient design.
Yeah, at a time when you knew that was what was needed, you just couldn't do it. So,
and I think that's just the beginning of what we could imagine doing if our goal was to be better human beings for each others.
Yeah.
AI assisted.
Yeah. Not just churning out garbage. Slop.
That's smelly.
Yeah, slop.
Smelly stuff.
Yeah. Stuff that you look at and go, oh, that's AI. So, yeah. I think there is a way to use it collaboratively and helpfully. if that's a word. And
I strongly believe so, and also have experienced some of that. So I think there's a, I would just, yeah, and I'm painfully aware of the dark side too. Like, it's like I have these hopes and dreams, and I see the utopia glimmering there, and also I see the dystopia, and I'm a little bit afraid. Mm.
yeah, well, I think with all the uncertainty in the world, I think I think we as human beings often crave certainty and stability. And so I think moving towards AI and some of the behaviors that are happening are in an attempt to create that stability and certainty when it doesn't actually exist. Um, so I think,
I just realized that I have a question for you, Stephanie,
uh-huh.
because you have developed Radical KM, Radical Knowledge Management,
Yep.
and you have been talking about like different forms of information, like different levels or genres of information, not only numbers and text,
Yep.
not only cognitive, but also embodied, emotional,
Yep.
etc.
Yeah.
Could my question is that you have also talked about critical thinking.
Oh, yeah.
Is it possible to use one's hunch or intuition or emotions as a tool with critical thinking?
Yes.
How?
um, so I'm trying to think of an example because an example will make it easier to understand, I think, than if I just sort of talk in theories and concepts. But I think about personal example. I talked last week about the retreat, the art retreat I went on, and that was the first week of June that I did that. And the you know there was hesitation on my part. There was sort of the analytical business part of me that said, no, you gotta stay at your desk. You gotta do the lead generation, the marketing, that stuff. But there was an intuition. I don't know. Maybe I'm thinking about this, and maybe this isn't a good example, but I'm gonna stick with it anyway. And there was an intuition for me, or yeah, I'll say intuition,
Mhm.
that was like, you just want a break. You just need a break. You just need a break. Um, and I was like, and I guess I'm going to say I thought critically about it for a moment or a few moments, and uh, I'm the only one stopping myself from taking a break, and I need a break. I haven't had a vacation since 2018. A lot has happened since then. I really need to press pause, and and take some time out to just do something that's going to enable my resilience,
Mhm.
enable some energy, help me look at things differently, help me get some perspective on things. And so, and I recognize the value of hitting pause for a week and making a break rather than just trying to push through.
Mhm.
I'd like to think that there was some intuition certainly in that, but there's also some critical thinking in because that's the kind of stuff I talk about with Radical KM, is making space for reflection and for thinking and for some new idea, something else to bubble up to the surface. And so it was that break then was ultimately me taking my own medicine, if we'll use that metaphor, and pressing pause for 7 days and going, I'm going to go and do some art. I'm going to go and see some art. I'm going to go and spend some time in nature and sketch, which is doing some art, but is also being in nature, and recognize that pause, there's more value in the pause than there is in me sitting staring at a screen for another 7 days and being exhausted and just being overwhelmed and things. And certainly I think in coming back from that week off and doing the art and things, that's like, I should have done that way sooner. And B, I need to do that more often. So I'm thinking about doing that quarterly at this point, taking a week and doing that quarterly. But I think that's certainly a very personal example of the intuition.
But isn't, yeah, I got that. And isn't, I mean, if you imagine a situation where kind of there's a project manager and they have a hunch that, something is wrong with this project. Like, I just don't feel right, and everything, the data is okay, everything seems to be going okay, and then you just blow a whistle and, hey, let's all pause, and we have to check things.
Yeah.
And then you find something actually. So
yeah.
Isn't that critical thinking?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I'm just, because I'm on the verge of having a clearer vision of what the new human role in work life could be with AI. It's something around this, like when AI is assisting us and offering us, data. What if we learn to trust our hunches, our intuition, our emotions, and listen? This seems to be very convincing, what the AI says and presents, but how does it feel?
Yeah.
And that could be our, kind of the focus,
the
focal point of what our new role is, to kind of think of information and data in a broader sense, that emotions and hunches and intuition are, they should be included.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. And that's often what I do, with AI is, I asked it for some help on a presentation last year, and it came up with these stats, and I'm like, looked at the stats, I'm like, that doesn't sound right to me. And so I said to it, find me the reference for this. Where did this come from? It doesn't sound right to me. And it came back and said, oh yeah, it's not, there's no reference. I made it up. Yeah, don't do that. If there's no reference, don't make stuff up. So yeah, absolutely. I think that's part of the human in the loop, is the critical thinking. Of taking
and also we were talking, and you were talking about pausing, and Kari here is also talking about the value of allowing stuff to happen inside and out, like allowing feelings to surface. And no motion is an impro. It's a Viola Spolin term about, like, imagining a still moment, even though it's not like a hard still like this, but it's like if you see the difference, now I'm in a no motion state. I'm not on a hard still, but I'm almost not moving.
Right.
It's no motion, but it's not frozen.
Right.
And I like that, Kari. I really like your connection with that no motion, because it, to me, it means like it's very embodied and it's calming you down, and still it's not like stopping things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. That pause. That pause. Yeah.
Mm.
Good. So we have one person out there.
Yes, we do. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really interesting, because it's like, and also the pausing and the time, like having time. I was having a gig yesterday with a big consulting company, and they were looking for, they were hoping, from me, that I could help them with difficult interaction situations,
Right.
presenting HR stuff, like some change to the board of managers, and facing resistance, and how to handle that emotionally, how to hold the space.
Mm-hmm.
and one of the comments of it was a short workshop. We had so little time, like 90 minutes.
Wow.
Again, we had too little time, but they were reflecting that this is crucial and important to stop. For example, we were talking about, I was just inventing this metaphor of an iceberg, that if you have a conflict and then you only see that the other person is aggressive, that's kind of the tip of the iceberg.
Yeah.
And there's so much more under the water. So the main goal, whatever system, if you use NVC, nonviolent communication, or if you use any method, its main goal is to dig in deeper under the water to see what's actually happening, what's causing this emotion.
Yeah.
Emotion is information.
Yeah.
It's
Absolutely.
carrying a message, but
Yep.
the message is here underwater.
Yeah.
So please don't only interact with the emotion, try to dig in deeper. And one spontaneous reaction when we, address that with a couple of models and concrete exercises and blah, 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 how to actually do that.
Mm.
They said that, oh my God, we should have more time for this. We should have time resourced and allocated for this. We cannot, bypass this.
No.
But the reality is that this was a kind of an epiphany for them. They were like realizing for the first time that this is what we should be doing, but we are not.
Yeah. Yeah. Those. Yeah. Well, we're told to dismiss our emotions, right? Or to push them down and ignore them, that they're.
But not anymore. I think I want to believe that if we are thinking rationally and thinking what AI does and what not, and what human capabilities are, it's kind of self-evident that that's one of the things that AI does not do.
Yeah. No.
But we do.
Yeah.
We know how to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
So kind of it's our competitive advantage. Or at least it's an organizational competitive advantage to harness those capabilities.
Yeah. 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 It is. And this is the thing with the use of stories in organizations, and in whatever function you're in, the use of story to appeal to the emotions, because that's what connects with people, not the data.
No. Not the facts.
Not the facts.
Not the understanding even.
No, it's
the bigger the decision, the more impact emotions have.
Yeah.
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 There's lots of research on that.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. And we tend to ignore it all because it doesn't confirm what we think, right? That it's
No,
a term for that, and it's gone out of
no,
my head.
because our small frontal lobe part of our brain is so dominating.
Yeah,
It's not cooperating with the older brain parts. It's just taking
yeah,
command.
yeah, yeah. Yep. Oh dear, I'm tired.
Oh, should we take a nap?
I think I was
Kind of
wondering
like
what my
a
next
LinkedIn Live nap.
yeah.
Like,
Just put my head down. Remember in grade school, I don't know, maybe you didn't do that in Finland, but we would put our heads down. I don't know if it was the I don't remember why we did. I remember doing it, but I don't know if it was just that the teacher had had enough, and she needed us to be quiet for a while. But we would all put our heads down on our desk for 5 minutes or 10 minutes.
like on this,
Like
or
this, like this. Like cross your arms and put your head down.
so that was like the teacher wanted you to do that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
It sounds like a prison
yeah.
procedure.
Yeah,
Like hands up, or hands behind your.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I honestly don't remember why we did it. I remember, but like I say, absolutely remember doing it. Um, when we were like in grade 1, 2, 3, kind of young. So 6, 7, 8.
Sounds
So
horrible.
I don't know. I don't know if it. I don't remember if it was that we had just got too unruly, and she needed us to calm down.
Probably sounds like that.
Yeah, it does. It does. So, oh, Kari's put something here in the chat.
Yeah, it's time blindness. Chronos or Kairos. Stay present versus scheduled time. Oh, that's interesting. Staying present or scheduled time. Well, staying present, to me, it sounds more flexible and more in the moment, and scheduling stuff means that part of our head is already in the future, planning the future.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Versus staying present.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. To be present is one of the things that separates us from AI, probably.
Yeah. Oh, there, Dawn. Oops.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Oh, we are both trying to make it show.
Okay,
I'm going to do that. Hi, Dawn.
Yay,
I'm
Dawn's
sorry
there.
you did that too. That sounds terrible.
Maybe it's a North American thing.
Maybe it is, because we didn't do that in Finland, but we did some, lots of other awful stuff. So don't worry. We are not like, we are not in the clear
Okay.
on dark or black pedagogy. No.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So I'm glad it's not just, I'm not misremember. I don't think I'm misremember. Like I say, I remember very clearly doing it. So I'm glad to hear somebody else did it too. It wasn't just a local thing.
Yeah.
So yeah. Yeah. That being in the flow, Kari's comment about time blindness made me think about being in the flow and how time just kind of disappears, and the things that
there's no such thing as schedules anymore.
Yeah.
When time disappears, when you are truly in the moment, in the flow.
Yeah.
And you can be in the flow alone, or you can be in a group flow.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. So,
and group flow is actually, it's quite easy to create.
Oh, how?
Well, with applied improvisation, because that's what I do. It's like I've noticed that, if there are strangers in the room and I start I can promise that less than in an hour, I can get a group flow going.
Nice.
Because it's like it's not rocket science. It's just focusing our attention from inside to outside to other people, and then awakening some, just pulling some strings and doing some fun stuff together, so we can kind of lose our adult mask together and be goofy for a while, and then the increased level of safety, and then give a task like that requires all your attention to your partner, and that's it.
Yeah. Okay.
And people lose the track, because there are two people like doing an exercise like this, and then I will walk towards them and then do something like get their attention, and they don't notice me. And when I ask them afterwards that, or say that I'm sorry I tried to interrupt your game, and they say, where, what, when, and I'm pretty close and trying to interfere. But
yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
That's really interesting.
That's like, it makes me think of there's a video that occasionally makes the rounds of people playing basketball, and a gorilla,
The gorilla, yeah.
and
there's more than that in some of the videos. It's not only gorilla, but there's the color of the curtain and stuff like that.
yeah.
It shows how selective our noticing system is. That how we don't see all we see.
Yeah.
We don't notice everything we see.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and I think the thing, the ask is on the video to count the number of times they pass the basketball players.
Yeah.
Pass the ball, right? And on the first time I did it, I'm like, I don't know, it was 12 or 15 or 18 or, well, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I got 16 and I thought I was so proud.
And then they're like, did you see the gorilla? And people were like, no. I'm like, what do you mean you didn't see the gorilla? I saw the gorilla, and I still counted the balls, the passes. Like, so I don't know. There's
something. But you are an exception, because I think 99% of people don't see the gorilla at the first time.
Yeah.
Because they are the prompt is that count the throws that the white shirt team does.
Yeah.
And the gorilla is black.
Yeah.
So your attention is focused on white.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one of the things. And also the ball, the catching of the ball, and then you don't have bandwidth for the gorilla.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the second layer is to ask that, what color is the curtain behind the players?
Yeah.
And nobody gets that.
Yeah.
Except probably you.
I don't remember anybody asking about the color of the curtain behind them.
That's kind of maybe that's another version of that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. So.
But competition. We have been, doing sidetracking.
Yeah. Which is how
being organic.
Yes, being organic. Yeah. Instead of saying off topic.
No,
but we always, this is the point of these, is that it's a conversation.
It's a conversation, and we let it wander.
Yeah. And it's influenced
to where no man has gone before.
Or woman.
Or woman. Oh, that's so old Star Trek.
Yeah.
Legends. We didn't have equality. We didn't have any gender politics then.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, let's not go there, okay?
Let's not.
So yeah, so I guess we're just looking at the time. We should probably wrap this up. You've got to get to a practice, I believe.
Yes, I have to direct some summer theater.
Yes. So
yeah, but this has been enjoyable.
Yeah.
Thank you, Stephanie.
Yes, thank you. And thank you to our participants.
Yes.
So you helped us move this along today. We will be back next week for episode 5, and then we're off for a week because I'm in Dublin and you are starting your play. Is that right?
Yeah, and it's the well, what's the date? It's
30th of June.
30th. Yeah, that's our first night is on the 3rd.
Yeah.
So that's a busy week. Yeah. And fun. It's been so much fun doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey.
What's
But you guys, Midsummer Night Eve is on this week. It's big in Finland.
Oh, that's right.
And Akari could use also some more energy. Since I'm running late, should slow down. Slow motion does expand your viewpoint. Yeah. In Finland, we simply put our head down and march towards the next disappointment. That explains exactly why we win the happiness contest for 9 years in a row, because we have so low expectations. Oh, I just picked my nose. I'm sorry. I forgot myself.
Well, on that note, have a good week, everybody, and we'll see you next week. Take care.